안녕하세요, this is KMoovy. In today's video, I'll be introducing a few famous ramen mukbang scenes from 3 Korean movies. I'll briefly introduce the story so that you can better understand the context of why these noodle scenes are famous, and then I'll directly move into the ramen mukbang scenes. So let's head in. First is from the famous cooking movie Le Grand Chef. Originally based on a popular cartoon series, Le Grand Chef centers around a story between 2 rival chefs who grew up together. When the knife of the royal chef of the Joseon dynasty is discovered, the 2 rivals compete in a national cooking tournament to claim the symbolic knife. And the chef on the right has an assistant called Kim Sang-ho, who's obsessed with cooking the perfect ramen he ate when he was in the military. You can see he's not shy to eat ramen at the wrong place at the wrong time, because the only thing on this guy's mind is ramen. And whenever his mentor isn't looking, this guy would constantly disappear. But one day, he coincidentally bumps into his former commander at the cooking competition and begs for the ramen recipe he cooked for him when he was in the army, and works his ass off for the ramen recipe. And with the day's end, his former commander runs to the toilet to take a dump. What the crap? What crap is he talking about? And just as if he had an epiphany, he hands him a wooden stick and asks for a masochistic favor. Boy, do I want to beat him. And he beats the crap out of him. Simulating the army experience, he finally eats the ramen he so wanted. This scene has come to represent how ramen is one of the few things many Koreans miss when they were in the army. And he cries. Kim Sang-ho's ramen obsession is more of a side story, as the movie mainly focuses on the rivalry between 2 chefs who grew up together, with eye-widening Korean delicacies featured in the movie. Let's take a look. For those interested in Korean cuisine, I highly recommend this movie. Next is from Castaway on the Moon. After a failed suicide attempt, Mr. Kim finds himself stranded on an island by the Han River. Having little to eat, he eats mushrooms. Tries to catch fish with his trident, but forks his own foot. Probably would give Tom Hanks a heart attack. More mushrooms. But when he discovers a bird's nest, he goes crazy like a hungry panther. Or more like a sloth. But one day, he finds an instant package of black bean noodles with the sauce inside, and becomes obsessed with cooking black bean noodles. But not having the noodles, Mr. Kim regrets the moments he passed on black bean noodles, and resents himself. But when he discovers pigeons' droppings on an abandoned ferry, he realizes he could use the seeds inside to grow the ingredients he needs, and scrapes them off with his credit card. And he succeeds in growing the ingredients he needs for making noodles. Using the ingredients he hand grew himself, except the egg, he sheds tears eating the black bean noodles he so wanted. Isolated from the world, to Mr. Kim, this is the world's most delicious black bean noodle. Last is Lee Byung-hun's Ramen Mukbang scene from the movie Inside Men. In the Inside Men, Lee Byung-hun plays a gangster who does the dirty work for politicians and companies, but he makes the mistake of messing with Korea's largest automobile company. And he's betrayed and caught by them, and for that he loses his right arm and is forced to spend a year and a half in a mental hospital.
진짜로 바보가 되겠구나 싶어서 약이 안 넘어갑니다.
Now living under the radar and with only one hand, the only food he can conveniently cook and eat is ramen. Even at night, his only companion is ramen and soju, and he vows to take revenge against those who took his arm. Many Koreans found this scene extremely funny, as he looked miserable eating ramen alone, yet he ate so deliciously. And disgustingly, instead of grabbing water, he gargles with soju as if it was Listerine. Lee Byung-hun just does a great job in acting in this movie. And because this movie was such a great hit in Korea, I strongly recommend you go watch it if you can. 감사합니다. This was KMoovy. The reason why I introduced ramen mukbang scenes from these movies is because ramen is kind of like the soul food for Koreans. And these movies, I was just freaking hungry. If you're hungry too, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're full, please confess to us what you ate by leaving a comment down below. It's like I'm looking at myself. 감사합니다. This was KMoovy.